Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. I've seen a lot of posts about feeling like today everyone can exhale. I certainly feel that. So right now is the time that I really think that anyone could use some mindfulness, some moments of stillness. Even if we're sitting on our couch and staring at a screen, it's the mind that's not still at that point. But I thought it could be really wonderful to just take a moment to feel that sensation of the exhale. Do a little bit of mindfulness and breath work on the sensation of the exhale. The exhale is, in my opinion, the magic of the breath. The inhale is the fuel, certainly, and that can be pretty magical as well. But the exhale, especially if we're exhaling through our nose, which I encourage you to do, that sends a signal to our nervous system to kind of chill out. It also, I have found in my teachings as a horn instructor, and as in my personal experience as a horn performer, I have found that the exhale can also help to really reset whatever just happened in the world and in life. We really only have one moment, and that is now. And so being able to reset into the now, getting into our bodies are always in the now. And so that's in many ways our ticket to connecting to the now, to the present moment, is connecting to our bodies. And sometimes most times that can be really difficult. But my hope is that today, perhaps the exhale is a little bit easier. You're able to be a little more gentle. You're able to have a little bit more of a full exhalation. So I thought I'd guide us in some breath work, some guided meditation, if you will, some mindfulness, whatever you'd like to call it, exploring our prana, or our breath, and specifically the exhale, that beautiful, wonderful, magical part of being alive as a human. So welcome, whomever you are. If I know you or I don't, this is for you. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that this touches you today and is meaningful for you. So if you're able, why don't you go ahead and close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. I'd recommend sitting or lying on your back, perhaps in semi-supine with your knees up. But no matter where you are, find your groundedness, find your contact with what's underneath you. So if you're sitting, perhaps your sit bones are now what's really supporting you. Your legs can relax and just be. And everything above the sits bones is just able to rest on top of that kind of balance. Your spine with all of its curvature perfectly there to support you. And as you feel the connection from the top of your head down through to your sits bones, now at your feet, I invite you to ask your breath to just be gentle. Consistent. It's okay if it's shallow. Our normal resting breath is certainly much more shallow than if we were going to sing or play a wind or brass instrument, or if we were to go running or do an aerobic activity. So now I want you to notice your exhale. Trust that the inhale will happen even if you're not paying attention to it. How fast is your exhale? Are you exhaling quite a lot at once? Is there a large volume, or is it smaller? If it doesn't feel quite steady, if it feels like it happens in fits and starts, I would invite you to invite it to be more smooth. Sometimes when we bring our attention to the breath, it can feel so foreign to be that in the present moment that we have to feel like we have to manipulate it and give in to whatever thoughts, feelings, insecurities are happening. So just observe as much as you can. Feel the breath on your upper lip. And now begin to not speed up, but simply continue your exhale a little beyond where it has been in these past moments. Again, it doesn't need to be more intense. You don't need to try to feel it more. Let it be what it is and just continue it. Bit by bit, a little bit longer of an exhale. And maybe you might get to a place where your abdominals begin to engage a little to try and push out the absolute last of your breath. If you would like to allow them to and really feel completely empty, maybe once or twice, then great. But for now, I invite you to exhale until that point, not yet engaging those muscles if you can help it. Gently. And now, as you find this gentle ease of exhale, I invite you to first of all just notice what happens in the inhale now. How is your inhale responding to your exhale? How is it responding in your body? Is it responding? What about in your mind, your spirit? Now I invite you to follow that exhale out once again. And as you're about to release the exhale into an inhale, your body wants breath, so it wants oxygen. So you really don't have to do hardly anything for your body to choose to inhale. It's almost just like releasing your exhale. And as you begin to reverse that trajectory, I invite you to ask your abdominals to release. We certainly use muscles when we're breathing, whether that's passive or active. We certainly do, but the inhale does not require abdominals. Can we engage them while we're inhaling? Yes, absolutely. Of course we can. But invite them to relax and then see what happens to your inhale. As you invite your abdominals to relax. that slow exhale. Now I just want you to notice any kind of chatter in your brain. And I want you to label that chatter thoughts. I invite you to. And as you exhale those thoughts out. Feel them going through your nostrils. Feel those thoughts stirring the hairs on your upper lip, if you have any there. And then back to the breath. Release your forehead. Release your jaw. Allow your tongue to relax. Let your torso and upper body just rest on the back of the chair if you're in a chair, on the ground if you're on the ground, and on your sit bones. And feel as though from your sits bones there exudes down your legs a feeling of freedom and warmth and release. And now down from the crown of your head, down the back of your neck, out through your arms and out your fingertips. That same feeling of warmth and release and freedom. All the way down your spine and out your toes. And finally, I invite you to take 3 breaths with me. A complete breath is the exhale and the inhale, starting with the exhale. So I'll guide this. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, and don't worry about how much or how fast. Inhale. Exhale, just allow that exhale to release everything. And inhale. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and flutter your eyes open. Thank you for joining me today. I felt inspired by the events of today, and I hope that this felt like a fitting and wonderful way to honor whatever is happening in your life, whatever kind of exhale you needed today. I hope that it resonated with you, and I hope that you have a peaceful rest of your day. I hope that this year and all of the newness that is coming in the world serves you, serves all beings, and provides justice and peace and contentment to all beings. Thanks again for joining me today for some pranayama, mindfulness, breathwork, meditation. Peace to you. Namaste.